Since 1981, in University of Ibadan, southwest Nigeria, it has become an annual ritual for all tertiary institutions offering theatre, dramatic, creative and performing arts to converge in any approved university campus for the Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival, Nutaf. The Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival, usually organized by the Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Students Association, NUTASA, provides an annual platform for university undergraduates to display their creative talents in an intellectually stimulating environment under the guidance of tested academicians and professionals in the performing arts sector of Nigeria.
It is not easy to adapt to new things, and it is not easy to continue a good work and bring change. Although the meaning of the theme might be different to each other, and we might view it in different ways, as theater artists, we want to use our art to enhance the meaning of this theme: newness, continuity, and change.
The primary vision of this festival is to foster national unity and development. The aims and objectives of Nutaf includes to harness the dramatic talents and creative potentials of Nigerian youths for greater national cohesion, to nurture a new crop of Nigerian theatre professionals like playwrights, directors, choreographers, designers, and other personalities in the arts of the theatre.
Today like this, you know me to say, time for you to marry or to find husband, don't reach, because the way they see yourself, everything on the fall at the wall of Jericho.
If to say you the ultimate cycle, I go kill you.
Nutaf served as a veritable ground for all the universities, that were offering theatre and dramatic or performing arts to come together, share knowledge, get to know one another, get to interact. The interaction was a very big part of Nutaf. It was a huge networking opportunity for every member of every university. You're able to assess each other's strength. You're able to get to know how other people are doing things, And it was 7-8 days of really getting to know one another. And you will find out that ultimately, by the time you graduate, it is this same network that you are going to be, operating around. So it was a very good platform for us to get to know each other, provide learning, provide fun, provide entertainment, but a huge resource because it allowed everybody to interact and get to know one another.
The last Nutaf held in 2006. That is 10 years ago. And the main problem is because, well, we do not exist in a vacuum. Unfortunately, the challenges we see in our political system infiltrated the student body. And the students, of course, first you see that at a point NANS had borrowed what is happening at the National Assembly that we used to know, and also between some governors and houses of assembly and things like that. So the student became very political, and the professional focus was abandoned for political gains. It now became an issue. I want to be president. The president from my institution, you know, so that made Nutaf to go underground. When we were students, I joined the university in '85. So IFE '85 was my first Nutaf, and my last Nutaf as a student was '89. I was chairman production committee. I was also in the Nutasa house at that time. When we were students, we know that there were situations where we had issues with our lecturers. Some of them, you don't take their place, they are angry. You took another person's place, and they create unnecessary problems for you. You know, maybe they fix exams or workshop plays at the time, so some classes will be deprived of the opportunity to go. And so we took a decision that the place to go for Nutaf must be student place. And it helped us because we were able to get new generation playwrights that came from that. But you see, now that we have become the lecturers that we used to talk about, we felt that we shouldn't fold our hands and let the students organize themselves, since they have not been able to do that in the last 10 years. We thought we should help them to organize themselves, rather than now see them as a rival, whatever, or as a threat, or as a problem. We are the ones now telling them there is a value in this. We are ready to support you. So it won't be the situation we went through. This time around, you have lecturers that are very concerned that Nutaf is not there, because we see Nutaf as an extension of training ground.
We welcome you to the theater. Today we will tell you a story about the night of
Long time ago, in course of history, exists a kingdom.
Follow us along the time as we sit down memory lane, paddling the boat of reminiscence.
A kingdom of prosperity. The people yoke and dine in oneness and peaceful solidarity.
They have all the creator's blessings, and as such, welcome the interest of strangers.
Have love to bring money to do better. Money,
Leave us alone, stranger. Yes. Run away! Far from this kingdom. For when disaster shall loom over your head, you must run with your head. Leave us alone!
Yes! We are peaceful people in this swampy mountains of the earth. These reasons are yet to be communicated. And so, no compassion.
Yes. You know, the compendium of existing Charlism embodies that man is that which he makes of himself. It means We are what we make of ourselves and how we see ourselves. Well, I have not come to deceive you, but I have come. I have come to introduce my technology and innovation. I have come to shine the light in the darkness tunnel of yours. You will shine again. That's my little.
Stop! This is a miracle. Yes! We don't want your graceful agenda. Don't set us to dreaming while we sleep not. And don't insult us. Don't insult us!
Let's take it to our king. At least to hear his own true agenda. Yes.
I thank you all. As you all know, there is a stranger in our midst. But before we carry on, first thing first, let us entertain our stranger.
With the primary vision of national unity and development, about 10 tertiary institutions in Nigeria gathered at the University of Benin in Edo State to participate in this year's Rebirth edition. There are University of Benin, the host school, University of Nigeria Nsukka, University of Port Harcourt, University of Jos, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Niger Delta University, Lagos State University, Plateau State University, Ambrose Ali University, Nasarawa State University, Federal University Ndufu Alike Ikwo, and Ekiti State University.
We feel honored to host this year's event because we know the importance of Nutaf and what they are doing. Because like they came here now, my participating in the rally as of now, the 5 minutes I spent with them, like I said, my blood pressure is normalized. So we need to laugh and because again, theater has the mirror the society. A lot of things that are happening in society, you may not have the privilege of witnessing it, but through the activities of the theater arts, you get enlightened. So it's so important that we encourage them to continue.
This is the Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival. Actually, the festival started in 1981 at the University of Ibadan. But I want to say that the University of Benin was very instrumental to the setting up of the festival. When we were students then, we muted the idea for the festival and we handed it over to Ibadan, being the pioneer University of Theatre Arts in Nigeria, to host. And since then, the festival has been going around all the universities in Nigeria. But along the line, the festival had some hitch and there was a little breakdown. This is about 10 years ago. And they cried back to the University of Benin that we should revive it. And that is what we are trying to do this week. And I want to present today in the festival, there are about 19 universities that will be here across the country offering theater arts. 4 universities will be coming as observers to observe.
For 6 days, University of Benin was home to various workshops, theatrical and creative production activities of about 10 tertiary institutions in Nigeria.
A lot of things must be put in place to enhance the festival. For instance, in my days as president of Association of Theatre Arts Students, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, 1999-2000, we didn't have what is called multimedia stage where we do performances. But in this 21st century, you have multimedia all over the place. The festival I saw, we still had the usage of flats. You know, flats built here, constructed here, things like that. But multimedia can also be involved, whereby you don't need all the props, all the flats and the sets. You know, that multimedia alone can help, and students can also understand what multimedia stage production is all about. Waka the Musical was a multimedia stage production with lights, less of props on sets, more of playing around with lights, playing around with moving pictures, and then you have the artist act within the space given to them, and it was great. So they saw it and they were amazed. And also the allowing professionals who are not in the academics to also come in once in a while to take workshops in the universities will also go a long way to help the students understand what is prevalent in today's society.
Culture is a way of life. Culture is not just singing and dancing. It's much, much more than that. We have what we call language culture. We have fashion culture. We have architectural culture. We have food culture. We have art. But all these things work together. The synergy that goes between all of them make what we call art and the arts. Visual arts, find and applied as performing arts. For example, I'm an embodiment of performing arts. If you belong to a culture and you promote it, you are promoting yourself and you are also promoting the people and their lifestyle.
The national relevance of this great theatrical festival cannot be trampled upon due to its fundamental contributions to national unity by collapsing ethnic borders, stereotypes, and the inculcation of the spirit of oneness in Nigerian students through the performing and creative arts.
Now we have so many television houses also wanting content. We think that Nutaf is a good avenue where we can support the digitization with content. We also have so many theater companies wanting fresh talents. We also think Nutaf can become a good avenue where people who are looking for fresh talents can come and see. And when you look at it, there is no department of theater in this country, and I stand to be corrected, that has the full complements of all the arts of the theater in terms of manpower, in terms of facilities. But when we have Nutaf, it means that we can pull a few people in some areas to now run workshops, and then we're able to fill in the gaps. It means they can also have a feel of the equipment available in some other departments that are not available in their home departments, and then it will not be entirely strange.
We have an enormous task before us because we are talking of students who they don't even know the full meaning of the acronym Nutaf or Nutasa. So that's why I think what Professor Dan Daura and his team are doing right now is marvelous. We need to conscientize them. We need to mobilize. We need to network, enlighten them, create that fertile ground so that when you now engage the student, the result you expect can be got. Because you don't just jump in and say, okay, which school wants to host Nutaf? We start, you won't see anybody. Because the people need to know what's in there for them. You need to also factor in the curriculum, the calendar of the various schools that you hope to participate. And also, you remember that the last time Nutaf was held, I think we barely had about 20 something, I'm not sure, theatre arts department. Universities running theatre arts. Now, I think there are more than 40. So, and how do you factor in this increase in the number of, So I think that we are in the right step. This round table is part of the engagement between the students and the staff so that we can find a blueprint, a template that will work well for the rebirth and sustenance of Nutaf.
In the last roundtable that we had, we decided that all the schools that will be coming for the Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival, they are going to stay in Ekenwa campus. And then the festival itself will take place at the Ugbo campus of University of Benin, because Ekenwa is where the Theatre Arts department exists, and then workshops too. So we have 6 workshop venues. So depending on where you want to go to and the knowledge that you want to receive from the resource persons. And it was all from a personal voluntary contribution, just to add value to the society. All the volunteers, everybody, you have to find your way down. You have to do everything on your own to make sure you add value to the students. You never can say that's your own way of contributing to the society.
Considering the harsh economic realities, political tensions, insecurity and industrial actions in tertiary institutions, it is evident that the challenge of sustaining the Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival, Nutaf, is a hectic and painstaking responsibility that requires not only the effort of the students, but also that of the creative industry professionals, government agencies, and corporate organizations.
In one of the Nutaf roundtable meeting, we wanted the students to sing the Nutaf anthem, and most of them had forgotten the flow. So in one of those meetings, I had to stay back to teach the flow of the anthem of Nutaf, which in those days we considered it as the best anthem in the whole world, aside from that of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it goes thus: no one can say, no one can tell, the kind of love that binds us all. The theater art people are great people, and the love that binds us stands. The code of love that binds us, spirit, soul, and body. We have become one, and so shall it be forever. At times, they will not sing it in a very slow format, but that is the flow. But the one I saw was the flow that no one can say, no one can tell, the kind of love that binds us all, the thing. But you can't sing an anthem like that. So an anthem has a flow, so you can't do all the ad-libbing fast.
And that's where we draw the curtains on today's edition of Africats. For coverage of African arts and cultural programs, do contact the producer on africats@tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on Twitter @TVCAfricats. Till we come your way again next time, it's goodbye.